Thailand has consistently ranked as a top tourist destination, attracting tens of millions of visitors on an annual basis. And if you're watching this, there's a very good chance that you're one of them. And having mobile data when you're in Thailand to translate street signs, menus, and navigate yourself around is an absolute must. There are, however, many mobile options to consider, from traditional physical SIM cards to eSIMs to mobile data hotspots. And some are only available for those whose phones are not locked to a telco provider. Which is why in today's video, I'm going to be covering the pros and cons of all the available mobile data options in Thailand, as well as what you need to do or check prior to your trip to avoid having any connection issues. My name is Steve from the Fat Life Project, and my channel is full of travel guides just like the one that you're watching right now that's going to help you navigate yourself in cities around the world. So definitely subscribe if traveling is your vibe, and without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? And before we even get into the options, you first need to check two things on your phone. One would be to check if your phone is locked to your current telco provider. This is often the case if you've got your phone free or on a good deal via a monthly mobile plan, but the best way to know for sure would be to check with your telco provider. The reason why it's important is that you will not be able to use a SIM card or eSIM from any other provider for as long as your phone is locked. The second thing that you would need to check is if your phone has an eSIM slot. Most phones will have it these days, and you can find out if yours does by looking for your phone's eID. For the iPhone, this would be in the settings, general, and about section, but you can also Google how to find eID for your particular phone model, or better yet, check with your telco provider. Now, if the phone that you have is indeed locked with your telco provider and cannot be used with any other SIM or eSIM, you will basically be stuck with two options. One is to turn on mobile roaming, of course, but if you do choose this particular route, I highly recommend checking with your telco provider on what the roaming plans are, because you do not want to be hit with a huge bill after your trip. The second option, however, is going to be much cheaper for you, which is to rent a mobile data hotspot device that looks a little bit like this. You will find them at stalls or kiosks that are open 24/7 at pretty much any international Thailand airport. And specifically, here are some pickup locations for the well-known airports in Thailand. The main pro of the hotspot device is that you can actually connect multiple devices to it, which means that this is also a fantastic option if you're traveling with your family or in a large group of friends, or if you're someone who's working on the go and just needs multiple devices to be connected to the internet. The con of this particular option, however, is that you will need to allocate time when arriving in Thailand and also when you're leaving Thailand to rent and then return said mobile data hotspot device. And the second con would be that you would actually also need to make sure that this device is fully charged at all times, which is why you should consider a SIM card or an eSIM if your phone is not locked to your current telco provider. So let's first talk about SIM cards. Well-known providers include the AIS, DTAC, and True, and you can again find kiosk stalls that are open 24/7 at the arrival halls of all the international Thailand airports. The stalls here will also offer tourist-specific plans, which is why if you're going to go down the SIM card route, you should get it here rather than the convenience stores across Thailand. Do note as well that you will need to register your passport for both the mobile data hotspot option and also the physical SIM card option. This option, however, will still require you to allocate some time upon arriving in Thailand, which is why if your phone is not locked to a telco provider and is eSIM compatible, I would just recommend you get an eSIM. These can actually be activated before your trip. In fact, I highly recommend you activate it before your flight takes off from your country of origin so that you have mobile data the second your plane lands in Thailand. There are of course plenty of eSIM providers out there, and the factors that you would need to take into consideration when selecting one is connection reliability, value for money, and also customer service. I've been to Bangkok several times, and my personal choice as far as eSIM goes is always going to be SIM local, and there are several reasons why. First of all, I only ever recommend products that I've actually personally used, and I've used SIM local at least 4 times in my trips to Thailand, and I cannot deny how reliable the connection is. And this is actually thanks to their partnership with a local telecommunications network, DTAC. I mean, you cannot get an eSIM plan that is any more reliable than one that is actually partnered up with a local network. Second, connection reliability aside, you also cannot deny the value for money that the eSIM plan from SIM local offers. I mean, you'll be hard pressed to find an offer that's going to beat their 10-day 50GB eSIM plan for just 1975 AUD, and that works out to be just $13 for those who are watching from the US. The 1975 50GB plan is going to suit most people, but SIM local also offers other plan options, as you can see here as well. Like for example, if you're traveling with a family or group, you can also consider the unlimited data plan option and share the mobile data connection, as the cost will be literally nothing once you've divided it up. If you do need help deciding on the right data plan for you, simply head to their Find My Plan tool that will recommend a suitable plan plan that best suits your needs. It is also super simple to activate. Simply download your app, purchase your plan of choice, install, and activate just prior to your flight so that you can have mobile data the second you land. You can also, by the way, track your data usage within the same app. All of the advantages that I've just outlined above is the reason why I said yes when SimLocal reached out and offered to sponsor this video, because I know for sure this is something that I can confidently recommend. Another benefit of said partnership is that I've also managed to secure a 5% discount code right here that you can use for any of the SimLocal plans that you choose to purchase. Simply enter code at checkout, get your 5% off, and thank me later. You can also get that 5% off directly by clicking on the link in my description box. If you're after some places to eat in Bangkok, you might be interested to check out my Michelin Cheap Eats tour video, which I'm going to link at the end of this video so that you can catch up on that next. I do hope that you enjoyed today's video, and if you have, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good things that you know are going to appease those holy YouTube algorithm gods, but much more importantly, will just make my day as a content creator. If you do have a question or feedback for me, do drop me a comment in the comment section, as I love hearing from the people who take time to watch my videos. As always, I hope that you have a fantastic day ahead, or that you've already had a good day. I'm going to see you real soon in the next video. Ciao!